Hi folks, how's it going? Welcome back to Final Fantasy X-2. I'm pretty hyped actually, just saw the brand new teaser trailer for the upcoming Star Wars Episode 9. I won't mention anything about it because of spoilers, but if you like a bit of Star Wars and you haven't checked that out, I'd recommend that you do. I wasn't really a big fan of the last movie, The Last Jedi. I think it had a lot of issues with it, but now I've seen the new teaser for the upcoming film, I'm definitely hyped about where Star Wars is going to go from here on out. That said, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's time to get back to Final Fantasy X-2 for now, and I hope you're all having a pleasant day today. So previously we went through Mount Gagazet, and we came back to the airship and collected the Black Mage dress sphere. So just before we do anything further today, I'm going to make sure that we're fully equipped with that, and that we're all prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. So first of all, I'm just going to check that the Vanguard garment grid which I'm using does have the Black Mage on it, and I have done that previously. I think I put it on at the end of the last episode or just after I stopped recording. So you can see I've stuck that at the top of the Vanguard. I've replaced the Festivalist garment grid, dress sphere. So what I'm going to do is make sure that Riku has access to Black Mage going into battle, and I do recommend at least one of your characters does, because the elemental attacks from magic are very powerful, especially at this point in the game, and you can quickly start learning some of the second and even third tier magic spells from those elements as well. Now before I go ahead and just sort out what it is that she's going to be learning on that dress sphere, we'll just throw some accessories on which will hopefully boost her up as well. Right now she's got the Silver Bracer, which boosts her MP by 40%, so we're certainly going to be keeping that on. Obviously the black magic spells are going to absolutely eat through our MP in battle. And I think we'll stick on, should have something that boosts magic stat a little bit. Yeah, the Tiara. We'll throw that on as well. And as for Pain, well, I'm going to replace her max HP by 20%, as useful as that is, since she does fulfill a tanking role with the Warrior dress sphere. She also fulfills a physical damage role with this dress sphere as well. So gauntlets and muscle belts are going to be the way forward here, I think, since we don't really need that extra defense right now from the extra health, and just being able to unleash more damage is in the long run, I think, is going to get us through battles even quicker. And then we'll just briefly check Yuna. She's currently using silver glasses, which probably aren't all that important, to tell you the truth. Maybe we could give her the Iron Bangle. Nope, I think we'll give her some black magic as well. I know she's only going to have access to the level 1 black magics, but that'll just help out, I think, against certain enemies as well going forward. And finally, we'll just check what Riku's going to be learning with her Black Mage dress sphere here. And Focus seems to be a good way to go. So as you can see, we already start with the level 1 magics all learned, all 4 of them. Fire, Thunder, Blizzard and Water. Focus is an ability you can cast in battle, which will boost the damage of your magic or your next magic spell. No, actually, like it says, it raises the user's magic stat, but only temporarily for that battle. And once we've learned that, which will be really quick, it only takes 10 points, we can start learning the level 2 abilities, which will in turn then unlock the level 3, the third tier abilities of black magic. And as you can imagine, then we will be blitzing, well, literally in some cases, blitzing through the enemies that try and stand against us. That said, we're going to be taking it nice and easy to start with today. Not many battles or anything, we're just going to be collecting treasures and stuff. And if we speak to Buddy, we've already seen that there are 2 points he's highlighted for us that he wants us to visit. The Sade Island and the Zanarkand Ruins. But there's actually stuff to do in most of these places. Obviously, it's all optional stuff, which is why it's not highlighted. But if you're going for 100% completion, then we are going to want to get through it all. And we're going to begin with Kilika Island, I think. Now, it says there's no missions, and there actually is a mission here, I think. But we're not going to be doing the mission. We're just going to be collecting some of the items and whatnot.
Port. The Youth League helped rebuild it. Now it's a bustling town. At the time, everyone was grateful, but lately, well, there have been signs of trouble. It seems that tension is building between the Youth League and New Yevon.
Oh, just a heads up, folks, before we continue really much further. Don't feel like you're being shoehorned in to the dress sphere decisions that I'm making. with our characters. As a matter of fact, I'm mostly, changing them and whatnot quite regularly. I'm just not showing you each time I do that. And I do recommend you get a good balance of dress spheres and abilities for each party member. So what I'm using now is not by any stretch of the imagination what I'm using all the time. So don't think that because I've shown you what I'm doing at the moment, that that's what you need to stick to. It isn't. I do recommend you change them quite regularly. Right then, so as I said, we're here mostly to collect items at the moment. And you can already see some cheeky chests just lurking in the background there. And this is where our jumping ability is going to come in handy. So holding that circle button down, let's start collecting some of these treasures. We're going to leap across to the pier on the other side, and our first treasure chest contains an ether. Not all that exciting, but as I say, we are going to be collecting everything. And a little bit more exciting on this side, the treasure chest contains a mana tablet, which is something we can use in battle to double the MP, the maximum MP, of one of our party members. Obviously that's going to synergise very well with our black mage. So just keep that for a handy point in time later on. Next up we're going to head up and over to the other side. But before we get over there, there's one more chest we can open. This one contains a couple of antidotes. And now there's two more chests in this first area we're going to want to make sure we get hold of. Again, nothing too exciting in either of them really. But they're hardly out our way, are they? So a couple of eye drops in that one. And then on the bottom level of the eastern part of town, there's a final treasure chest over here. And this one contains a phoenix down. Okay. Next up then, we're going to make our way north into the next area. And we're going to be looting even more treasures and what have you. There's only actually one exit here. So we just need to make our way back up the steps. There are some regions or some areas of this particular region that we can't yet access. Not in this section, but I mean just in the whole area of Kilika. So we'll be certainly coming back later on through our adventure to finish up what we can't do now. But incidentally, a lot of these areas and regions and places that we visit in Final Fantasy X-2 are going to have stuff that we can only access in specific chapters. And then each time a new chapter starts, there's going to be new stuff for us to go and do. So we will be revisiting them a lot throughout the course of the game. Anyway, we're going to head up these steps. And I think if we head over to this house, we're going to get a scene. With a familiar face.
My. Fine, have it your way.
Donna!
Go on, leave.
Donna!
Yeah, you might remember Donna from Final Fantasy X. Another summoner. Don't know why I said summer. Yeah, another summoner like Yuna,
Well, look
but
who
a little
we
bit
have
meaner.
here.
Good to see you.
What's with Bartello?
Well, nothing out of the ordinary. I am with the Youth League, and he is with New Yevon. It makes living together rather difficult.
Oh. But you've been together so long.
To each his own.
Exactly. Butt out.
Okay, so we haven't just come in here to chat to Donna, as interesting as that may be. There's actually a chest, probably upstairs. Yep. And I guess it contains her life savings or something. There's 1500 gil. I'm sure she won't mind if YRP just come in and steal her hard-earned money. And you thought Yuna was, just so lovely. Well, she's certainly got her dark side. She's a thief. Or should we blame Riku for that one? And before we go ahead and move on from here, there is some more treasures, I believe. but they can be well hidden, so just make sure, keep your eyes out for them. We've got a light curtain. Let's check what's around here. We'll probably be exploring up and down this section a couple of times just to make sure we don't miss anything. I've got a list of all the items we need to get, so we shouldn't do. Obviously this is where we just were, so let's just head back now. I can't see anything else on this bottom floor here, so we'll look up this next section and then we'll make our way around to the other side. But looks like it's not a whole lot. Can't go in the house. Okay. Can we jump across this boat? No, don't think so, unfortunately. So up here. Nothing. There's definitely some more treasures. Well, there's one for example. 2 holy waters. There's at least 2 more chests. Here's one. And then there should be a light curtain or a lunar curtain. We got one of those already, didn't we? Whichever one we didn't get is the one that's left. And there's the chest. I'm sure they don't mind us photo bombing. And it's the lunar curtain. There's actually something else we can do around this area, I think. Just let me try and find the person. We can't really miss them because they are doing something like looking through a telescope. I mean, this guy's recording somebody on a camera, but we can speak to them. Oh, right, okay. No, this is the person we want to speak to. Thought they were recording on camera, but they are actually looking through a telescope. And the reason we want to do this, we're not going to get any items at this particular moment in time. But by checking out the construction of the building in front of us, will later give us access to a pretty powerful accessory. And it's one, I believe, I'm right on this, it's an accessory that will allow us to break the damage limit. So it is definitely worth just doing the prerequisite stuff. And to be honest guys, that's pretty much all I want us to do in Kilika right now. So we can make our way back to the save point at this stage. Like I said, we'll be coming back later anyway to do some of the other stuff that's available in this area. Including the mission, which I don't think yet is currently available to us properly. Because the top bit's blocked off. And there's a mini game as well we can engage in, but once more, I don't think we can at this stage. So head back to the save point, and that'll give you access to teleport back to the ship. Okay then folks, I think what we'll do actually is keep each area that we visit into its own section, so there can be a good reference to people in its own video. So I will actually finish things off here today. I know it's not been the longest episode, but like I say, I think as we start to flesh out this walkthrough, with multiple videos, it will just be a good reference to people depending on which area they need to visit in which chapter. But just before we finish off, let's go ahead and speak to Buddy, and he will update our completion percentage for us. So if you're following along, you'll know where you should be. And we've gone from 6% to 7%, so not the hugest amount of progress, but hey, it has updated just by going around collecting those various treasures and stuff in Kilika. And next time, in the next video, we're going to be heading across to Luca. Once again, not part of the main story yet, but there are some fun things we can do there, and we will be updating our completion percentage even further. So hopefully you guys will come back and check out that episode once it goes live. I'll go ahead and record it probably immediately, to tell you the truth. So thanks for stopping by today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I know it's not been the most action-packed oriented episode of Final Fantasy, but we got some stuff done, and that's what counts. And we've got our characters prepped as well, haven't we, for going forward, where the challenges will start to await us. Alright guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next episode.